Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best double prince deck for the new meta. Goblin Gang got a gigantic buff, adding one more spear goblin to the pack. So when you attack, you're going to be loading up way more damage. You'll have extra air answers and countering graveyard will be significantly easier. When you spam your double charging princes, a lot of times your opponent's going to have to drop zap or log to reset the charge. But when they do, they're going to get quickly overwhelmed by bats, Goblin Gang, and spear goblins everywhere. Double Prince is more aggressive than ever and so much more fun to play. So let's charge through ladder and assert dominance. But before we do, our Goblin Gang is still level 13. I straight up refused to upgrade this card for the longest time despite having 5 million gold. Goblin Gang was straight up outclassed by guards for the longest time. But after the buff, the gang finally deserves our gold. Thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. It's time to dust off the Goblin Gang and see how good it actually is. Is it going to be dirty? Is it going to make our opponents disgusted? What is it going to do? Obviously, if we get, archers at the start, I'm immediately expecting it to be an expo deck, so I want to apply a lot of aggression. He has a bad card cycle. We got to take advantage of that. So the Ice Spirit isn't going to be in cycle to slow down our other prince. Maybe I can go for another one at the river. Wait. This is hilarious because I can zap and we should be able to kill the mortar quite quickly while the goblin giant is still alive. And then we were able to kill the archers as well since the Ice Spirit isn't able to hit every single one of those at once. Great start for us. Spirit Goblin's coming up clutch. And also on top of that, I think I can bait out another small spell with the Spirit Goblins again and then go for Goblin Gang plus Prince to pummel our opponent. That's generally what we like to do with the deck. Oh, he's smarter. I think he knows that I have Goblin Gang, so he's not wasting some counters that he needs. But we did get 500 damage as a result. I said he wasn't wasting his counter. Why didn't you log on top of the Spear Goblins if you were going to log? What are those? I am so utterly perplexed and confused by this man's plays. And I think the Prince is going to go directly towards the tower. Unfortunately, he does have Tornado. But it's not the end of the world because I can go in for a Dark Prince and I can go for bats right after since the Prince is going to connect and now you don't have Ice Spirit for the bats. We're in a phenomenal position because you also don't have Tornado for the bats. The bats are going to attack and they're going to hit home runs on the tower all day long, baby. He's already saying good game and that's the pressure that you can apply if your opponent wastes their small spell just once with their deck. That's why we like Goblin Gang and Spear Goblins with this double Prince deck because a lot of times your opponent won't have the correct card cycle to deal with it. Especially when they don't have, like, a Valkyrie, Tornado, and Log deck. That could be a problem if he ended up having Valkyrie here, but fortunately for us, he didn't have 17 different small spells and splash damage. Okay, so the Goblins are going to lock onto the tower, and that should put him out of his misery. I mean, at 800 HP and running a Rocket Cycle deck with Mortar, there's no way you're able to climb back for this minute. That's a very satisfying win, destroying a Rocket Cycle player, and he had no chance of coming back. All right, so we got a game against a pencil. So we're going to draw all over your towers and completely defile your defenses. I want the Spear Goblins to lock onto the tower because he just used log. What is up with people and cycling their logs at the start of the game without knowing what the deck is? Typically, you got to have good answers to Goblin Barrel and Goblin Gang if you're going to be cycling that. So we'll see if he's going to have multifarious small spells here. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. My man is going to end up delivering like arrows and log in his deck most likely. Yo, is this double Prince? I think we've got a similar deck, but I think mine is stronger. So I'm going to go in for Spear Goblins plus Prince and hopefully deny almost all the damage. I could zap on top of the Dark Prince. I think it's worth it because the Spear Goblins will be able to remove the shield. So then when my Prince charges, it will connect directly to the hull of the Prince. It's real health. No protection for you, Dark Prince. Okay, so since we're playing a mirror matchup here, I'm actually pretty stoked. I'm really fired up to see how it operates in a matchup where our opponent ends up having like log, arrows, plus double princes. I think that we can make this work because our Spear Goblins and all of our other distractions will be able to stop the princes in their tracks, whereas I think he has to drop zap and log to stop our charging Dark Princes. So, I'm just going to let that roll since the shield isn't going to matter too much anyway. He's going to go in for a Mega Minion, so maybe I can go Goblin Gang here because he'll probably drop a spell on top of the bats. I'm waiting in case he goes in for arrows because I didn't want to get caught in a bad card cycle where he's like, yo, I'm going to arrows on your bats and your Goblin Gang. That is not an experience that I recommend for any of you guys to try out. I've done it before. Not fun to have happen. So I'm going to go for Prince, and then I think I can go in for a Goblin Giant here. It seems like it's going to be very difficult for him to defend this, whereas I think I can get away with other distractions on him. I'm going to zap here so then the Prince stays alive, and then Goblin Giant was actually a huge mess up on my end. Here's the thing. The tower is going to get targeted, and then we can go bats afterward, and this will be a good interaction for me because I don't think he has another small spell. Oh, he did have arrows all along. I'm surprised that he never went arrows on top of the bats and then the goblins earlier then. That's wild. So I messed up. I missed 2 of the bats on the right-hand side. I would have gotten way more damage if I played slightly better there. But since he's got arrows and he's going to end up having log, this is going to be a bit more dicey. I thought we had a very good matchup for a second after thinking that he was going to have this deck all along. Okay, so I'm going to go in for another Dark Prince on defense on his Dark Prince because we'll win out this interaction. I want to wait till last possible second. So when I drop my Dark Prince, hopefully the shield is gone. Let's go. So my Dark Prince hits the hull of his, which is really important again. I can go in for Spear Goblins here. And then, do I need to do anything else? He's going to arrows. Wow, that's a very aggressive play. I don't actually like that on his end. Now he doesn't have arrows for the bats, so there's no way for him to remove it. And I can zap on his bats and his prince that's about to charge on me. Let's go, guys. That's insanely valuable. That's ludicrously valuable. He's not going to have a good answer. He's going to have to fireball, so he's got 3 small spells. That's what I'm talking about, guys. The Prince and the Spear Goblins are going to pummel their way through, and there's nothing that our opponent can do. I think he's going to go in for arrows, but it's going to be all too late. He can't escape this fate. GG, well played, and peace out, buddy. If I could have done anything differently in that game, I would have zapped on all of the bats. Instead of missing 2 at the start, I think I would have won this game way faster. It's pretty cool to see that we had the superior double Prince deck, even though this guy had arrows, log, and fireball, and we had a ton of bait cards, he wasn't able to stop us. We got a game against a medical doctor, apparently. That's what I'm just assuming that the MD stands for. I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. And we're going to go in for Dark Prince at the back. Hopefully he's doubting himself a little bit. We want to be able to get some damage here. Not going to work out super well for me. If I go for a Prince, it has to be the right play, right? Like, I need to be able to cycle to my Goblin Gang, but if I cycle Bats, it's just going to get telegraphed, and he's going to counter it with either a Magic Archer or Electro Wizard easily. I'm able to get a Goblin Gang to protect the Prince. Oh my gosh, the Prince isn't taking any damage. The Prince survived that unscathed. No Pekka touches today. Okay, we're going to kill the Electro Wizard in 2 taps with the Prince, and then he's going to have to go Bandit. Oh, he's Archer Queen. Oh, not anymore. Okay, one thing that I like doing is going for Spear Goblins. So then when Spear Goblins are able to kill the Archer Queen before he's ready, so then we can just zap before he clicks the ability. Oh, wait. That was 4 elixir down the drain. I don't know, guys. I could have also fireballed. I was hoping he would click the ability a little bit faster so then we could kind of ignore it with the Spear Goblins, but it is what it is. It be how it be. I'm going to go Dark Prince at the back, and we know that he's going to have Pekka pretty soon, so I don't want to go in for a Goblin Giant here. I want to be able to pulverize the Dark Prince and then go for the Goblin Giant afterward. Kind of a bad start. I wasted so much elixir on that Archer Queen, and I already have Buyer's Remorse from that. But he missed a bat. Yo, he's learning from me. I missed a bat earlier. I think that it's just good karma for us. Okay, so I'm going to follow up with a Prince on the right-hand side. If he goes in for a Pekka at the river, we will be able to distract with Spear Goblin, so it's not going to be a great trade for our opponent. Here's the thing. He's likely going to try to Pekka on top of the Prince, but I'm not going to let him do that. I'm going to use the Goblin Giant to soak up all the damage. Wait, I think I could Fireball on that. Yo, he went in for a Pekka and wasn't able to afford the ability from the Archer Queen. That's awesome. I'm going to zap on this, so then the Pekka dies to the Prince. The Fireball zap on top of the Pekka was insane. I don't think that anyone thought that would work, but I believed in it. I believed in the power of the Prince. That amount of damage is so crazy, and it was very clutch. Okay, the bats are going to be stacked up together. I don't think I get any hits since we lost one of the bats. I'm going to go for Spear Goblins at the river. I should have dropped them off to the side. It gets us 1 extra hit if that works out. He's going to zap on me. I don't have a way of knocking back the Ram Rider instead of fireballing. I'm just going to go in for a Dark Prince and try to kill it. I think this works out. I mean, we have enough firepower out here, and it's Profound Counter Push. Okay, I can Fireball and zap on top of the Electro Wizard and the Pekka. Wait, that's so clean. Because we pushed the Pekka closer to us, too. Double Prince, it's better than 1. 2 brains are better than 1. That means double the fun. And probably some destruction for your tower. Oh my gosh. That Prince is just merciless out here. That's crazy. I'm going to go in for Spear Goblins and follow up with another Goblin Giant because we've got a good Prince coming at our opponent. I don't think the Electro Wizard is going to be able to hit the Prince, hopefully, at least. Oh, it does. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go for a Zap since we are able to finish off the rest of the Electro Wizard. I might be able to win the game if I just get 1 more Goblin Giant hit, and I don't get it. That's so unfortunate. So it looks like to me that I need to go in for a Fireball on all that junk so we can knock back the Ram Rider. And if I didn't, I would have lost the game. He pre-arrows us in hopes to hit a Goblin Gang, which wasn't going to come down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can we talk about the fact that you have arrows, Fireball, and then also, you know, another small spell? You're crazy, man. But at least you don't have them in cycle. Can I win against the Pekka deck when he has all these counters to us? I'm going to zap so we reset the Pekka's attack. And I think we get a hit there. No, we don't. Why is this game coming down to the wire? Okay, I need to Fireball twice on him, I think. This game is going to be really, really tight. Doesn't feel right. I'm going to Fireball here. It's able to kill, and then I can go for Spear Goblin so we pull back the Pekka so he's not able to hit everything with the arrows. He's definitely going to arrow me, so I don't feel comfortable dropping anything else. So we knew that was going to come down. We're going to go for Goblin Gang afterward, and then we're immediately going to go in for a Goblin Giant at the river. I have to win the game with this Goblin Giant. He's down so much elixir. He can't afford the Pekka immediately. And he says good game. Let's go. So it's really important to adjust to your opponent's card cycle and know what they're going to do. Homie with Electro Wizard, Arrows, Zap, Ram Rider, and Pekka still wasn't able to stop us. I think this double Prince deck with bait is absolutely overpowered, or at least compared to regular double Prince decks that aren't very strong in the meta right now. Let's get it. So first things first, we're hoping our opponent decides to bridge spam into our Prince so then we get profound counter push. But if that doesn't happen, I'll go for Prince in the back. No way. Why are we going to be playing against another Pekka deck? That can't happen right now. We just beat one of them, man. So definitely a difficult matchup. It is winnable if you play well, as you guys saw in last time. But we'll see what happens here. So the Goblin Gang's going to stay alive somehow. That was astounding that none of them got clapped by the Royal Ghost. They were just like, yo, we got to ghost the Ghost. We're never going to text him back. That Ghost is feeling real lonely and all sad by himself. I think out of all the Clash Royale characters, the Ghost looks the saddest. Yo, Spear Goblin's coming through, giving us a lot of value. Here's what we can do. If I double Prince, I guarantee that I take tower in the right-hand side. So that's what I'm going to do, and then try to defend with bait cards. There's no chance that the Pekka defends this because you drop 7 elixir and you have no suitable tank. So now, you have to defend Bats and Goblin Gang, and then I think you lose the game. You just genuinely got massively outplayed because we know what your deck is, and we can accommodate it. And because he didn't know what our deck was, he thought he could Pekka in the back, but he got absolutely steamrolled. Most Pekka decks are able to go for Pekka in the back, and I think in that situation, because he would tower trade me typically, right? If I didn't have a whole bunch of bait cards, I wouldn't be able to distract and defend cost effectively. Like Mega Minion and Electro Wizard, that costs a lot of elixir, and I wouldn't be able to afford it. But since I was able to go in for Bats, and then also Goblin Gang for 5 elixir total, and completely clap his aggressive Pekka, this game is already won. So it got a little bit more sketchy at the end because I screwed around a little bit more than I should have. Should have been paying more attention to the game, but all the same, we do walk away with a win. And after that one, we're 8,300 in the world. We got a game against the king. It is time to steal his throne. So if I go for a Goblin Gang at the start, it's pretty risky if our opponent's gonna have log. Definitely don't like doing that too much. I'd rather go for Spear Goblins to bait out our opponent's small spells, or maybe Bats if our opponent decides to go and bridge spam us. He's gonna have Baby Dragon, so it could be Splash Shard. But if you're going to have Splash Shard, I think it's in my best interest to go in for a Prince and Spear Goblins on the right-hand side and then get away with Bats on top of your annoying, scrumptious Skeleton King. I'm going to zap this so then the Prince can get a connection. He's probably going to drop some elixir on that right-hand side. Yeah, he has to. Yo, he has nothing right now. He can't afford his Baby Dragon. I think the Bats are going to completely clean everything up. No. That wasn't part of the plan. That wasn't part of the plan. Please, Goblin Gang, come down in time. Save my butt. Holy, that was sketchy and scary. One of the skeletons will lock onto my tower, but the Skeleton King won't. And overall, great trade. So we found out that our opponent had Skeleton King. We punished the other side, expecting him to have Skeleton Army. We immediately zapped it and collected a juicy positive elixir trade. Oh no. Yeah, I think Golem is tough with this because going into Golem with double Princes, I don't have any Electro Wizard to stop and stun his push. So if he's got Electro Dragon, I might be screwed here. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go for the Prince so it can charge up as quickly as we can and then get the Spear Goblins down to eviscerate the Bats. And then maybe we'll Fireball depending on what he decides to do. Yeah, so he's giving me some Fireball value. I'm definitely going to take that. Knocking back the Baby Dragon is pertinent for our success on defense. Oh, wait, he missed the clone on the Baby Dragon. That worked out so well. I didn't even intend to do that. Guys, we're transcending classification as a Clash Royale player. We are becoming our own entity out here. Our cards just know what they want, and they're doing it before I can even think of what I'm trying to do. That's crazy. My cards are making their own predictions. I just wanted to get value on the Night Witch and then the Baby Dragon, but we ended up propelling back things so then he wasn't able to clone up the Baby Dragon, giving us even better value. I mean, I could definitely lose this game, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to go Goblin Gang here, so then when he goes in for a Skeleton Army, we're able to kill it a little bit quicker. So that worked really well. He went Golem at the exact time I did that. Can I 3-crown him? No way. No shot, right? No shot. I'm not going to try to because I don't think it's possible. I'm going to try to defend this so I don't get 3-crowned. Wait. I could have 3-crowned him for sure. I might still be able to. No way! No. This deck punishes opponents so freaking fast. And that win was a blast. I could not believe I won that so quick. And now we are 7,000 in the world. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.